Hey booktubers, it's Holly again, and I'm here to do another book review for you, and today it is for Nevermore by Creagh, and this book is about Isabel and Varen, who are very reluctantly paired up to do an assignment in their English class where they have to write a paper about a great American author who happens to be dead. The paper has to be delivered on Halloween, and Varen decides that they are going to do the paper on Edgar Allan Poe, who happens to be his favorite author, although in the course of the book we find out that there is a deeper connection to Varen than that. And in the beginning, it seems that Isabel and Varen could not be more different. She is a popular cheerleader dating the quarterback on the high school football team, and Varen is a goth kid, complete with guyliner and black clothes, and they really do not want anything to do with each other in the beginning. Things start to get a little freaky when Isabel starts having these dreams. She starts dreaming of this very mysterious sort of cloaked figure that calls himself Reynolds, and he starts warning her that she has to save Varen, that she holds the key to saving him. And of course she knows she has no idea what he's talking about. She also feels like she's being followed. One day when she's going home, she's going home through the park, and all of these birds, it seems like they're following her as she makes her way through the park. She starts hearing voices, and things just get progressively more and more strange throughout this book as Isabel begins finding herself more and more drawn to the character of Varen. Now, to really say anything else about the plot would sort of ruin it for anybody who hasn't read it yet, and this is really a book that you need to immerse yourself in. You have to give yourself over to this book and just go along for the ride, because trust me, if you do, it is one hell of an experience reading this book. I finished this last night, and I have not been this excited and overwhelmed by a book in a very, 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 very long time. This was, hands down, at this point in the year anyway, the best book that I've read all year. It could have a lot to do with the fact that I'm a huge fan of Edgar Allan Poe to begin with. I loved how the elements of his stories and his character, you know, his real-life persona fit into this story. And I love the world building. It is just incredible. This book is 543 pages, and it does not feel like a huge clunky book to you. I read it in less than 2 days. If I hadn't been working, I probably would have been able to read it in a day. And my favorite aspect of this book are the characters. The characters are unbelievably relatable and beautifully brought to life. Not just the characters of Isabel and Varen, who, you know, if in the beginning I really didn't think I was going to like Isabel. I thought, you know, I was just hoping I would be able to read the book and have her not annoy me. But I actually loved her character. She ended up being completely not what you think she would be. She was very strong, dedicated, loyal, kick-ass female character. And I don't know exactly what it is about Varen that sort of sucked me in and made me fall for him, but I definitely did. Now, the thing that this book does exceedingly well, the best part of this book, this book is pretty much perfect as far as I'm concerned, but I would have to say that my absolute favorite part of this book were the characters, the dream world characters, the villains. The way Creagh integrated Poe's stories and poems into the storyline, the whole Mask of the Red Death storyline that is interwoven through this. And oh my lord, the Knocks, these characters, and I can't really say what they are, but just when you read the book, the Knocks are incredible. There's this character named Pin Feathers. I don't know what it is. This is the first time I've ever declared my love for a villain in a book, but there is something about him. He's, you know, described as this sort of almost deformed character with blood red hair, and he's got claws for fingers, and he's just amazing. He's an amazingly brilliant character that I've never seen in a book before. And then I will freely admit to having a little bit of a fangirl crush on Reynolds. He's sort of a character that a lot of people, either you love him or you hate him, and he's got a lot to answer for in the second book, but I still think he's a badass, and yeah, I love him. So there's just so much going on in this book. I cannot tell you. You really need to read it. On the one hand, I want to kick myself in the ass for waiting so long to read this book because it came out 2 years ago. But then on the other hand, I'm really happy that I did wait because I only have to wait like 2 more weeks until the second book comes out. Thank goodness. Yeah, so as you can imagine, 5 huge stars on Goodreads. One of the best books I've ever read, and by far the best book that I've read in 2012 so far. And I, for one, cannot wait until Enshadowed comes out on August 28th. So you guys, check this book out. Please do yourself a favor and get this book. It is incredible. So anyway, yeah, check this book out. It is awesome. And until next time, people, happy reading.